Sammy?
Miami.
You mean your Ammy?
Bo Hunkers.
Bo hookers?
Bo Hunkers.
Bo hunkers?
Oh, I beg your pardon. Hoboken.
Hoboken. Oh, well, Mr. Conductor, I want to go to Hot Town.
Hot Town?
Yes, sir.
That's the last stop.
Last-
All aboard.
All right, sir.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Tethercat, and we are going to be reading some jokes while we do a fishing stream. Well, how are you doing, Mini-Me? Let's get Chat Rat up and running there. I usually mute Chat Rat. I just generally do. Chat Rat is on autopilot, and Chat Rat will go.
Potosimosi bien said, I'm back after all these days.
Well, if it isn't a familiar face there as well, how's it going, Potosimosi bien? And so if I don't mute Chat Rat during the opening music, people who chat will get heard on the opening intro. So I always have to mute Chat Rat and then unmute Chat Rat. That's what you get for being Chat Rat, right? Anyway, we're having a fun stream tonight. I'm going to read chapter 2 of the worst joke book that anyone's ever heard ever. So strap in, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. I hope everyone is doing okay. I've got a heart rate monitor on, and my heart rate actually is high. My heart rate is actually elevated because I'm actually not doing too well. Physically, I'm in a little bit of hurt. So you're gonna have to bear with me. If you see that the heart rate monitor is not around its usual 60, I'm in a little bit of pain sitting up. But hey, we want to get through these jokes, and the jokes are horrible and funny. So without further ado, everybody, let's get into it. Chapter 2. Zombie Attack. Why can you always find a zombie pigman at the farmer's market? They prefer flesh ingredients. What do you call a zombie pigman that steals your sword? A ham burglar. Why couldn't the
Greet
zombie...
underscore 1914 said MCD zombie hamburglar.
Is that actually a thing? Hold on a sec. Is that actually a thing? Oh my god, it is. MDZ zombie hamburglar. That's a thing. Everybody spam MCD zombie hamburglar with the and bits.
Tethercat said zombie hamburglar, without the and bits. Tethercat said zombie hamburglar, without the and bits. Tethercat said MCD zombie hamburglar. Tethercat said MCD zombie hamburglar.
I'm stunned that this joke book has that reference. Okay. Thank you very much, Greed. Contributing, we're not even 3 jokes in. Why couldn't the zombie pigman escape the pit of lava? He was too much of a slow pork. Why did the zombie want to go on a date with Alex? She had brains. What's black and white and dead all over? A zombie in a tuxedo. What time do zombies show up in Minecraft? At 8 o'clock. 8. At 8 o'clock. That's what time zombies show up in Minecraft. What do a butcher shop and a cave full of zombies have in common? They're both full of dead meat. Why aren't zombie pigmen appreciative? They take things for grunted. Why did the zombie pigman cross the road? He was riding a chicken. What did the zombie say to the Enderman? Copycat. I genuinely don't get that joke. And I use the word joke in quotations on that one. What do zombies and these jokes have in common? They're brainless. They're brainless. What's a zombie's favorite game? Mindless craft. What's a zombie's best quality? Dedication. 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 What did the zombie say to Steve? Nice gnawing you. Nice gnawing you, Steve. Alright, I gotta clean out some inventory. Boy, are you guys liking these rip-roaring jokes? Did I promise or did I promise? I can just feel you guys regretting as much as I do right now. I can feel the regret. Palpable. Stinks. What do you think, viewers? Is this not the greatest stream you've ever watched? My name is Tethercat. I'll be here all night. Try the veal. What do you get if you cross a pig with a zombie? Cooked pork chops. That one's not funny. What were the creeper and the zombie arguing about? At first it sounded like something about snakes, and then there was a lot of groaning, but then it all ended with a bang. That's literally what the joke book says. What were the creeper and the zombie arguing about? At first it sounded like something about snakes, and then there was a lot of groaning, but then it all ended with a bang. Fantastic. Did you hear about the big zombie party? Yeah, it was pretty dead, full of stiffs. Full of stiffs. What do you call a zombie with lots of kids? A momster. A momster. Momster. Thank you, translation. Did you know it's really easy to kill zombies in Minecraft? Yep. It's a real no-brainer. Where should you never go in Minecraft if you're avoiding zombies? Dead ends. What would you get if you crossed a zombie with a snow golem? Frostbite. What does an upset zombie do? It falls to pieces. What kind of weather does a zombie like? When it rains. Where does a zombie sit? On his zombie hind. Why did the zombie cross the road? To eat the chicken. Under what kind of stone would you find a zombie? A tombstone. What should you do if you're surrounded by zombies? That you're... Okay, first of all, this is wrong. And I'll read... Here's the... What should you do if you're surrounded by zombies? Here's the answer that the book provides. That you're only playing Minecraft and that it's not real life. Now, there's a typo in this joke book because that's not funny. And I think I know what the author was going to say. So I'm going to read the revised joke separate from the joke book. What should you do if you're surrounded by zombies? Remember that you're only playing Minecraft and that it's not real life. Which doesn't make the joke any funnier, but at least we're clearing up the nonsensicality of it all. What kind of karate can you use on a zombie pigmen? Pork chops. Why are zombie pigmen the dullest creatures in Minecraft? They're all such bores. Translation Chan got that one. Why don't zombies like jokes? They've got a rotten sense of humor. What's a zombie's favorite band? The Grateful Dead. What do you get when you cross a zombie and a chicken? A rotten egg. Why do zombies run around so much in the morning? Because they get all fired up. Yeah, I get that one. What does a zombie who spawns right before dawn have? Rotten luck. What do you call a zombie with a bell? A dead ringer. Why did the zombie and skeleton exercise in the morning? To feel the burn. Why was the zombie hard to interrogate? He was harder to break than obsidian. The jokes really don't get much better than this, everybody, so I hope you're not sticking around for the entertainment on this one. All right, hope you are sticking around for the entertainment on this one. What day is a zombie most likely to attack? Tuesday. Tuesday. What do zombies think of Minecraft? They adore it. Adore. They adore it. When do zombies do most of their shopping? During doorbuster sales. Why are zombies bad at hide and seek? You can always hear them groaning. When do zombies sleep in Minecraft? When they're dead tired. I'm sensing a theme. What's a zombie's favorite holiday? Day of the Dead. Cinco de Mayo. What kind of buildings would zombie pigmen construct? A skyscraper. What kind of machine can move a zombie pigman? A pork lift. What's a zombie's favorite food? Blood oranges. Blood oranges. There you go. Thanks for keeping up, Translation Chan. Where did all those zombies get hired for Minecraft? At the website monster.com. This website is not sponsored by. What do you call a zombie with 3 eyes? A zombie because it's spelled with 3 eyes. The letter I appears 3 times in the word zombies. What happened when a zombie attacked a cow? Zombeef. Zombeef. I have no idea why Translation Chan is translating that. Zombeef. What do you do if a mob of 100 zombies surrounds your house? Hope that it's Halloween. Do zombies eat dinner with their fingers? No, they eat the fingers separately. Okay, that was a good one. Do zombies smell as bad as they look? Only a few. Few. It's a smell pun. Phew. What do you get if you try to grab a zombie pigman? Pulled pork. Who's the smartest zombie pigman? Albert Einstein. Einstein. What's the best part about being killed by zombies in Minecraft? At least there's pretty music playing in the background. What do you call a zombie with no eyes? A zomb. 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 What card game do zombie pigmen play? Porker. Porker. What do you call a skeleton riding a chicken and a baby zombie riding a spider? Opposite day. That joke makes no sense. Why does zombie pigmen's skin look the way that it does? Why do zombie pigmen's skin look the way it does? Because of zombie pigment. That was a tough joke to get to. What did the door say to the zombie? You crack me up. How do you know a zombie pigman was just there? They left a note and the oink was still dry. Did you hear about the pig transforming into a zombie pigman? It was shocking. It's the end of chapter 2. We're doing a hydration check.
Tethercat said hydration check. Tethercat said hydration check.
Actually, I'm going to put an ice pack on my back. I know that you guys are all infatuated with these jokes, but I'll be right back. I got to put an ice pack. Please enjoy the Minecraft stream and my heart rate monitor as I go and try and alleviate some of my agony. I'll be right back. This is ice pack. You guys can chat too, by the way. Don't feel like you got self. Not in a urinary sense. Agonizing back.
Greed underscore 1914 said Pop Nemo Begwan.
There, buddy, we're almost there. It goes to the people who created Bats and to you. Button. Cake. Oh. Okay. What's that say? Pop Nemo. Bagwan. I don't know what those are, but those are really cute. Oh. Oh man, that's right on this. Oh. Okay. All right. Chapter 3. Switching to witches. What's going on here? Oh, someone just sent me a text message. Chapter 3. Switching to witches. Actually, I'm gonna quickly respond to this text message. Okay, text message responded to. And we're back. Chapter 3. Switching to witches. What's happening if you see a character with potions? Trouble is brewing. What do you call a not very hostile mob of witch? Well, probably not a witch. What goes cackle, cackle, boom? A witch in a mineshaft explosion. Where do witches play Minecraft? On a hex box. Or Hexbox 360 if they have one. What do witches use to keep their skin so dry, gross, and scaly? Potion lotion. Why should you give a name to every witch you come across in Minecraft? So you can remember which witch is which. Translation Chan for the MVP. What do you call a witch in possession of lots and lots of potions? Rich. 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 The W. Silent W. What's worse than getting attacked by a witch? Getting attacked by two witches. What do witches yell out before you destroy them? Bow, no. Because you destroy them with a bow. What's the #1 illness affecting witches? Potion sickness. Potion sickness. Not motion sickness, but potion is spelled differently. Why can't miners understand witches? They're from a completely different regeneration. It's a generation joke where the word miner, as in someone who works in a mine, is also an alliteration for miner, which would relate to a different generation. How do you get a witch to kick the bucket? You throw the bucket at her. You'll notice that there's no warlock jokes in here. It's kind of sexist. How can you tell if a witch spawned inside your house? She's calling you and demanding broom service. Broom service. How is meeting a witch in Minecraft like going to a swimming pool? You're gonna get splashed. What's the difference between a versatile baseball player and a sword? One is a switch hitter, and one is a witch hitter. It's a horrible joke. How long will you feel tired after a witch throws a potion at you? All week. Because potions weaken you, so it's all week. When is a witch pretty? When she's a pretty scary witch. How can you tell if a witch made your pizza? It has way more spider eyes on it than usual. What do you call a not very hostile witch? Anything but a witch. Joke appeared before and it wasn't funny then either. What goes cackle, cackle, boom? A witch in a mine shaft explosion. I feel like the author got very lazy and just did a cut paste. Why can't witches go near schools? Because they were expelled. Okay, that was a good one. What do witches use to keep their skin dry and scaly? Potion lotion. Yeah, the author totally did a cut paste and figured that no one would read this book from front cover to back cover. I'm calling you out, book author. I'm calling you out. Ugh. What the hell is going on? Now's a good time to sort through our items, I suppose. What's another name for a mob of witches? Broommates. Did you hear about the dog trainer who joined a hostile mob? She went from wags to witches. Why did the witches stop hunting Steve to play croquet? They were wicked witches. Wicked witches. Wicked. Wicked. What do witches drink for energy? Apple spider. How do witches get good deals when they go shopping? They love to haggle. Hag. Hag. They love to haggle. Why did the witch like her own potions? They brew her away. They brew her away. What do you call a recently spawned witch? A baby broomer. How do you get a witch to back off? Tell her she looks bewitching. Where do witches go on vacation? Wichita, Kansas. I'll tell you something, Kansas, Wichita, Kansas is listening. You got yourself $1 million idea for tourism right there. What do you get if you cross a witch and a snow golem? A cold spell. What do you get if you cross a witch and a blaze? A hot spell. How do witches send packages? Through Fed Hex. Fed Hex. Hex. What do you call a wealthy witch? Richie witch. God, that's so bad. What state is full of witches? Hexus. Hexus. Not Wichita, Kansas, but apparently Hexus. This is the worst joke book ever. What do you call pants for witches? Witches' breeches. Witches' breeches. What game do witches play? Witchcraft. It's kind of cute. How good was the witch's brew? It was extra special. Where do witches go when they're sick? To the witch doctor. How do witches get places? They witch hike. What happened when Steve faked an attack on a witch? The witch twitched. It's not even a joke. How do witches get instantly to the sea? An ocean potion. What do witches love about computers? Spell check. Good one. How do you greet witches in Minecraft? Hello. 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 How do witches tell time? With a witch watch. How do you make a witch leave you alone? You make her scratch. Because it's a wordplay on itch. How do you make a witch scratch? You take away the W. What? Where do witches like to brew their potions? In their coven's ovens. What's the difference between a lever and a member of a hostile mob bearing potions? One is a switch, and the other is a witch. More agonizing than my back pain. That's the end of chapter 3. That's the end of witches. Let's do another hydration check.
Tethercat said hydration check. Tethercat said hydration check.
You can tell that the back pain, the ice pack is working because my heart rate monitor is lower. Except when I move. Ow. Okay. just gonna do inventory management. Actually, I don't need to do inventory management. We're good to keep going. I sent a text message out earlier. I'm just gonna quickly check to see if there's anything in the text message. Yeah. Okay. Good. Someone texted me and I said, "Hey, I'm doing a live stream." That person tuned in very briefly. Was amused by these horrible jokes. Chapter 4. Is this the end? Never you mind about that. Chapter 4. Is this the end? Never you mind about that. It's the title of the chapter. Did you hear about the miner who died in the Nether? Yeah, he fell head over heels in lava. What happens if you cross a female horse with the Nether? A nightmare. What European country loves Minecraft the most? The Netherlands. Why is Belgium filled with lava? It's next to the Netherlands. Also, I feel sad. Shout out to all the survivors of Belgium for having their entire country filled with lava. That's horrific, and please donate. Entire country filled with lava, border to border. Who knew? Why is it so hard to grow crops in the Nether? They always wither. What happened when the Blaze got a job? He got fired. What kind of crackers should you serve a Blaze? Firecrackers. What do you call the first person who discovered blazes? Crispy. What does the enter sign say at a store in the Nether? Enter, man. What are Nether parties known for? Being ghastly. What happened when Steve got killed in the Nether? He vowed to never return. Nether. Why are Endermen like the sun? They're impossible to look at. Unless you're the president of the United States. Why are Steve's pets always being eaten in the Nether? Ghasts love hot dogs. Is that a Slimer Ghostbuster joke? What happened to Steve when he went through the final portal? He reached the end. Not even a joke, that's a fact. How do you stay warm in the Nether? Put on a nether jacket. Put on a nether jacket. I think it's a pun on leather if I have to guess. Nether, leather. Put on a nether jacket. Don't get me wrong, it's the stupidest pun I've ever heard, but the author of this joke book doesn't seem like smarts. Accuracy. Doesn't seem like accuracy was the primary intent on making this joke book. How do you make an Enderman leave you alone? You throw water on him. Once again, that's not really a joke, that's a strategy. What city would an Enderman most like to visit? Portland. In Oregon. In the United States of America. What's on the back of a cart in the Nether? An ender fender. You heard me. What eats wood in Minecraft? Endermites. 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 Termites. Pretend you're in Minecraft and an Enderman is chasing you. What do you do? Stop pretending. Are we even pretending this is a joke book anymore? What did the Enderman do when he saw Steve with a diamond? He took the diamond and ran away. See, here's the thing about that. I'm going to just pause this for a moment. Here's the thing about this joke book, see, is that I'm fairly certain that when it came to snowmen puns, the author was able to make snow golem jokes. When it came to zombie puns, the author was able to make zombie jokes. But here we are dealing with the Ender, with Nether, with the End, with Enderman, with... I haven't seen the dragon in here, but probably the dragon will show up at some point. And this author seems to not know what Minecraft is and has just started making a strategy guide out of things under the guise of jokes. This is a theory, because what did the Enderman do when he saw Steve with a diamond? He took the diamond and ran away. It's really not funny. What did the Enderman wear to the dance? Black. What's the difference between an Enderman and a magician? Nobody minds when a magician disappears and reappears. How does an Enderman get to the top of a tall building? He takes the stairs. Stairs being visual eye contact of staring at someone. He takes the stairs. Why did the Enderman say knock knock? Because it was stuck in the wrong joke. This entire book is stuck in the wrong joke. What do you call an ender dragon who boasts about all the miners it's destroyed? A bragging dragon. What do you call an Enderman falling from the sky because it's tired? A sagging dragon. How do you stop an ender dragon from charging? Take away its credit cards. What would you find in an ender oyster? Ender pearls. Why did the ender dragon burn down his house? He liked home cooking. First of all, author, ender dragons don't burn anything. Ender dragons spew a debilitating poison. He liked home cooking. Why does the Enderman keep getting recruited for the military? Because they think he's army material. There's no pun in that. That's actually what it says. They think he's army material. I don't even get that. If anyone knows, leave a message in the comments below. Say the popular streamers always fishing for license. What do Minecrafters play when they're not playing Minecraft? Dungeons and Ender Dragons. What kind of bugs do Endermen spawn? Ender Dragon flies. Where should you put Ender treasure? Ender chest. God, this music just suddenly got all chaos. Option 33. Can't stand this music. It's deafening my ears. I muted it for you guys, but it's loud. This music off. Put the music back on in a second. Yeah, we'll toss the music back on in a second. When it's not... I mean, the joke books are bad enough. I gotta listen to that. Why did the water park in the Nether shut down? Because no water blocks were allowed. No sense. What should you call the loot found down in the spooky Nether? Loot. What do chickens lay in the Nether? Hard-boiled eggs. What kind of party can you have in the Nether? A fireball. What grew on Steve's face after too much time in the Nether? Nether warts. What happened when Steve encountered Wither? It was heartbreaking. It's horrible. What did Steve say when he found the stronghold? This is amazing. Maze. It was amazing, said Steve. That was very little creative talent. What do you call the first miner who discovered a blaze? Toast. Toast. Wonder if he was related to Crispy. What's a Blaze's favorite day of the week? Friday. Fry. It's at the end of this chapter, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. What happened when Santa Claus met a Blaze? He turned into Crisp Kringle. What's black and white and red all over? A wither skeleton, a skeleton, and some redstone. What did Steve say when the wither skeleton tried to attack him? Let's sword this thing out. What's the difference between Minecraft and fairy tales? When you reach the end of a fairy tale, it's a happy ending. By golly, those are some funny jokes. Well, everyone, we're going to end the stream. We have many more chapters to go, and I don't want to take up too much of your time. You're probably laughing with hysterics at this moment. You're probably peeling tears of laughter from your face. I know I am. You can't stop me from laughing this hard. Everyone, I want to thank you for joining the stream. I want to thank you for your infinite patience. I want to thank you for your internal fortitude.
Greed_1914 said see ya.
Unfortunately, because we will return with the next chapters of everyone's favorite side-splitting Minecraft joke book. But it ain't gonna be tonight, everyone. Go and regain your sanity. Have yourselves a great evening. God. Jeez.
Tethercat said my condolences. Tethercat said my condolences. Tethercat said _carrot. Tethercat said _carrot. Tethercat said seriously, those were horrible. Tethercat said I want to do a health check on the author to make sure they're okay. Tethercat said maybe the jokes are arranged where the first letter of each joke spells out a cry for help.